Okay, hello. My name is Nur Adla Midinur Rashidi. Student ID is 100220. I am recording for PBW3173 Statistics for Research, Assessment 1. So in this video, I will be talking about the dataset for the topic brain rot content and its influence on English learning motivation. So for just a neat addition, based on Merriam-Webster, brain rot refers to mindless digital content or fixation towards set content as well as the harmful mental effects that it causes. So now for importing the dataset, I'll be using Jamovi to analyze the dataset that is provided for this topic. So to import, firstly, you have to download it. Specifically, you have to download it in the form of Microsoft Excel worksheet. And when you launch Jamovi, one moment please. Okay, when you launch Jamovi, you will have to go to here, the options section, and then click on open. And then the dataset will be in the form of XLSX. If it's not in this form, you cannot import it into Jamovi easily. And speaking of Jamovi, it has to be at least version 1.2.0 because versions lower than that do not support Excel files. So we'll be opening it. Okay, here is the dataset successfully imported into Jamovi. Okay, so now we'll be talking about the multiple types of variables present in the dataset. So firstly we have gender and let me expand this. Preferred content. These two are considered nominal variables. Nominal meaning they are descriptive either categorical such as gender, male and female, or just a name or a group. Like in this one it's content, the group is content. This one is descriptive of the content viewed online, and it does not have like an actual order, so that's why it is considered nominal. This one is called self-rated English. This particular dataset, it is considered ordinal due to the fact that it has an actual order, the order being the self-ranked language proficiency by the participants, which starts from beginner all the way until advanced. So last but not least is the daily screen time. This one is daily screen time, and these are the 5 items that are included in the dataset collection. The names are a bit long. It's basically just questions that the participants will answer. The reason why the numbers are 1 to 5 is because it is using a Likert scale. Because of the fact that it is using a Likert scale, it is considered a continuous variable, which is basically the data that is actually collected to be analyzed and to be hypothesized from. And the reason daily screen time is in here is because it's also considered a continuous variable is because one is it's numerical, but also because it is within a given range, which is in amount of hours. So now we'll be doing the dataset analysis. Firstly, using frequency tables. So we'll be using Jamovi's help by going to the exploration tab, clicking here, and then we will be going to descriptives over here. Okay, so firstly we're gonna do gender. We click on it and then it will be highlighted, and then we will be inserted into the variable section to be calculated. So what do we do here to see the frequency tables? Here it says right here it's a frequency table, so we click it. Now that it's ticked, you can see it right here, the gender between male and female, and then there are 56 female, 44 male. Okay, all those, all by just by a few clicks. It's very easy. The next, for the next few demographics, we can also do the exact same thing. These are all demographics because these are all questions relating to information about the participants. That's why it's called demographics. So over here you can see that there's frequency of gender, daily screen time, preferred content, self-rated English. all of them right here. Okay, and then next we will be talking about measures of central tendency. We are still going to be here in this in the exploration descriptive tab, but we'll be using something else. Firstly, I need to, let's see, I need to find the, okay, so these five, the ones I mentioned being of Likert scale, we don't need frequency table, so I will turn it off for now. So I'll just move all of these Likert scale items into the variables tab, and the demographics one will be returned to the collection. So here we'll have to open the statistics category. Here we will see, so right now I want central tendency, so it's right here, it's labeled. And what I need for central tendency is mean, median, and mode. Mode is not ticked, so I will tick that. We don't need sample size, so I will untick those to avoid unnecessary data. So here you can see that these are all of the items that were collected using Likert scale. And here is all of their mean, median, and modes, all from item 1 to 6. Okay, and then the next one that we need is measures of variability. For measures of variability, I need variance, which it's under dispersion here, by the way. It's under dispersion. This STD is standard deviation. We need that. And variance. We don't need minimum and maximum, so we'll untick those. And there we have the information needed right here. So the first one's the central tendency, which is mean, median, and mode. And then right beneath it is the standard deviation and variance for items 1 all the way until item 6. Just like that. So in terms of results, based on the calculated data, it is shown that most of the participants, oh, for this one, I need to put this one back. Put that one back, and then I'll put frequency tables in. All the way and down here. Okay. Based on the calculated data, right? It is shown that most of the participants have less than 2 hours of daily screen time, a whopping 26%. Like for the lowest is actually 2 to 4 hours. The highest is actually 26%, which is less than 2 hours screen times. And while close in numbers with other items, okay, for this one is actually for the other content, which is, okay, the preferred content variable is the second frequency I will be talking about, which is this one. For preferred content, the highest is actually memes with a total of 28%, even though the numbers are actually very close to each other in terms of percentage and counts. And for the items measured using Likert scale, we'll have to go back all the way up. Item 2 here, which is Bernard content distracts from serious English learning. I'll be talking about item 2, 3, fast-paced content lowers my focus in study, and item 5, was it? Yes, item 5. So I'll be removing the other items as well. So this one I do not need. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4. I'll remove that. And then this one is 6. I will remove that, since I will be talking only about these 3 specific items. So for item 2 and 3, they both have a mean here, mean of 3.11, while item 5 has a mean of 3.0. Item 5 is over here, it's 3.00, which is true to the Likert scale for having number 3 as the neutral or half point. The mode for items, here it's mode 2, which is this one, and 5, it is 200, which shows higher number in disagreement towards the item. When it's disagreement, it means that the numbers on the Likert scale is higher towards 1, which is highly disagree, and 2 disagree. However, the mode for item 3 is 500, which shows high agreeability towards this particular item. The standard deviation of all 3 items are below 200. This is the standard deviation. We have 1.46, 1.50, and 1.43 respectively. The variance for all of the items are at 2.14, 2.22, 2.24, and 2.04 respectively as well, which means that all of the data points are closer towards the mean. The mean, as we mentioned before, 3.11, 3.11, and 3.00. This is affirmative of the fact that the variance data only varied in the decimals, indicative of low variability. And in terms of, for last but not least, in terms of reflection towards this particular assessment, is that my experience using Jamovi has been a confusing but wonderful one. It's really hard to understand if you don't know like what to do, but in case, because one is that the lecturer has taught very well about it in class, and secondly, just a quick Google can also help in learning how to use it. Just by a few clicks, you do not have to do any of the calculation. The software will do it for you.